HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
The public and private sector coming together in hopes of building a stronger and safer Bahamas. Good evening, everyone. I'm Charisma Robinson.
And I'm Chris Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. The move by Urban Renewal is designed to come up with effective solutions to reduce the level of crime, violence, and social ills in the communities across the country. Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Perry Christie, again noted that government has a no-tolerance approach to crime, and they are implementing new measures to fight crime head-on. Clint Watson tonight tells us that the nation's chief is rallying the entire country to action.
It is becoming evident that a breakdown of the family is having far-reaching consequences for the Bahamian society.
There's a compelling urgency to address issues in our country, and knowing that it's going to take years.
And while many experts who came together at the one-day symposium by the Urban Renewal Foundation suggest a number of programs be implemented to address this growing problem, Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Perry Christie, is adamant the Bahamas will not just sit back and allow further decay.
The country must put itself in a position, Mr. Allen, to substitute for the parents as best they can when it comes down to saving that child.
Mr. Christie says everyone must play a part, and regardless of where you come from or what skills you have, you can contribute to the fight against crime.
But under no circumstances, under none, could we allow mayhem to happen on our streets. Could we continue to allow, with major mobilization, to have young men killing young men for whatever reasons, and then straying out and killing other people? Everyone in here knows this is not the Bahamas we grew up in. This is not the Bahamas we want to have. Therefore, we must not let this happen in our country.
Education also a critical link in fighting social ills like crime. As to the Academic Institute for students who are challenged with learning, Mr. Christie revealed that the Star Academy, which will be housed at the Old Bahamas Academy campus on Wolf Road, will undergo construction beginning sometime this month, all in an effort to ensure no child is left behind. Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.
Thanks so much, Clint. Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Perry Christie, slamming the Nassau Guardian for its headline, NHI Death Panel Under Criticism. According to the article, government-managed group coined Death Panel, charged with deciding who would be treated or not for catastrophic diseases under national health insurance, has been criticized in a PricewaterhouseCoopers report. The article also suggested that government withheld the report.
Such absolute nonsense. But front pages of newspapers, probably because it pervades the intensity of the industry to bring what we're trying to do into challenge. I told them that the last time there was a death panel in this country was when I became Minister of Health in 1977. But it was the last time a decision like that was made by a politician, because I then brought in Father William Thompson and said this is something that preachers should deal with, and priests and people who are much near an assignment of life and death. But the country has gone well beyond that now. There's no such thing. There's no such consideration.
Bad news tonight for a Bahamian attorney who was hoping to have criminal charges stayed. This after a Supreme Court justice made his judgment. Cleopatra Murphy, though, tells us tonight the attorney in question is also facing international backlash in the middle of allegations of fraud.
Supreme Court Justice Ian Winder has dismissed a motion by attorney Siobhan Bethel seeking to have charges of fraud, perjury, and possession of forged documents stayed, stating that the application was disingenuous. The UK-based Bar Standards Board recently ordered that Bethel be disbarred from the Bar of England and Wales after it came to light that Bethel, who was a counsel and attorney of the Supreme Court of the Bahamas, made false claims of receiving his LLB law degree from the University of London, an untruth the board said was supported by fake degree certificates the attorney produced dated March and July 2005 when he applied to become a student member of Inner Temple. Bethel was called to that bar in 2013. In a release, Director of Professional Conduct Sarah Jagger said, "The public have a right to expect barristers to be honest and act with integrity. By falsely claiming that he obtained a degree from the University of London, Mr. Bethel acted in a deceitful and dishonest way. The fact that he forged certification to embellish his deception was a further indication that Mr. Bethel is not a suitable person to be a member of the Bar of England and Wales." In August, Bethel's attorney argued that the matter had been adjudicated before Senior Justice John Isaacs in 2013, who had ordered the Bahamas Bar Association to issue Bethel a certificate of good standing at the end of the proceedings. The prosecutor also argued that the Bar Association had a letter from the University of London stating that the degrees had been forged, information the association did not have access to at the time. Outside court today, Bahamas Bar Association President Ellsworth Johnson said Bethel could be disbarred as the matter is before its ethics committee.
The Commissioner of Police and his fine team of officers, they're working on this matter, but everybody deserves a fair hearing, a fair trial, and Mr. Bethel has indicated that he intends, through his lawyer, he intends to appeal this matter, and so we see where it goes. But the bar stands fortified in its position. And I want to say to all of our members that we must be guided by our first rule. And I'm not speaking to Mr. Bethel, but that of integrity.
Johnson says the bar has also been in communication with the Bar Standards Board.
I want to thank all of the persons who worked along with the bar. They have said what they've done in terms of Mr. Bethel. Mr. Bethel has an opportunity, as they've indicated to us, to appeal their decision, and he has until the 24th of November.
The president of the Bahamas Bar Association says everyone is entitled to due process, and if Bethel believes the decision was wrong, he will make an appeal. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.